The climate is shifting, making wine regions in France. They're being affected also?
Yes, so we looked at whether you can use the timing of the harvest dates of wine grapes going all the way back to the 1600s and see a couple things. One, how is the timing of wine grape harvest changing? We also looked at some correlations with wine quality, and then we were fundamentally interested in using the records to ask how the climate system itself has shifted.
Mm-hmm. And so what did you discover? There are longer periods of warm weather without being in drought, and that affects the wine?
Well, yes. So really the wine grapes are a sentinel for us to better understand the climate system in this paper. So what we found using these long-term records, so these are all across France, from the Loire Valley, from Burgundy, from Bordeaux, our colleagues collected these incredible records going back to the 1300s, actually. We put them together, and we said, what's changed in what actually drives the timing of an early or a late harvest? Mm-hmm. And what we saw was that before 1980, a hot summer was usually an early harvest, and a hot summer was also a dry summer. And that makes sense from a climate perspective. So to get a really hot summer back then, you needed dry soils to feed back with the air and warm it up and get, really high temperatures in the 90s or 100s. But what we see since 1980 in these harvest records is that a hot summer no longer has to be a dry summer. It could be a slightly wet summer, a humid summer, and all that's driving the timing across France of wine grape harvest is just a hot summer. And a hot summer is no longer a dry summer, is this fundamental shift that we found.